Hi, welcome back into my kitchen. Today is going to be the first time I have ever attempted to make my own butter. And I have seen this done many ways. I've seen it rolled in a jar. I've seen it given to kids to take turns shaking. I've seen it done in a churn. I have seen it done in a food processor, and I've seen several videos where it's done in a mixer. And this woman that I watched has the most concise, perfect way of making butter that I'm going to attempt it, and I want to share it with all of you. So I've got 1 pint of heavy cream, or whipping cream, whatever you want to call it. Now, I can't find the splash guard to my mixer. I don't know what I've done with it, but I can't find it, so I'm going to have to make do without it. So I've got my 2 cups of whipping cream in here. And she said it should be done in 10 minutes. We'll see. So we're going to start this off slow. And gradually get it up to the highest speed. The first thing that's going to happen, of course, is it's going to make whipping cream. It's already starting to spit out, as you can see. I'm going to put this on the side so that it doesn't spit quite as bad, and hopefully you can see what's going on in there. But that's on the highest speed this KitchenAid has, which is 10. Even with the splash guard on, she still used kitchen cloths because it spatters so badly. So she said it would take about 3 minutes to get to the whipped cream stage. And she also said that the cream doesn't have to be cold. That it can sit out on the counter, not till it's room temperature, but till it warms up some and it speeds up the process. So that's what I've done. Now I got this pint of heavy cream for $2.09. And that's cheaper than a pound of butter. Although I'm not going to get a pound out of here. According to her, I should get a cup of buttermilk and about a cup of butter. And it's still churning away in there. You can see that it's gotten thicker. Can you see down in there? Gotten thicker. It's on its way to being whipped cream right now. Have a jar of ice water ready. And a spatula. You're going to need both of those. Still spitting out here. Woo. Oh my goodness gracious. Alright, I hear a change here. Let me I'm going to cut it off. And you can see, if you can see down in there, oh my goodness, what a mess. I need that splash guard. You can see, I'm going to lift this up, that it has already separated. This, my friends, is buttermilk. And this is butter. So what she does from this point is what's so remarkable. Let me wipe this down a little bit. I'm going to let this go just maybe 30 seconds longer. Just to make sure that it has separated. You don't want to do it when it first starts separating. When you see a little bit of buttermilk in there, that is not the time. You have got to wait until it separates a good deal, a good bit, which I honestly think this is plenty. So, alright, we're at this stage right here. Now, you don't want to throw away this buttermilk. But I'm going to get the butter out of it, out of the whisk attachment. Alright. I'm going to get it all down in here. I'm going to take the buttermilk, I'm going to press, let me make sure you can see this, which you cannot. Alright, I'm going to take the butter and press it up against the side of the bowl. And I may not have gotten a big enough jar. See if I can find a bigger jar. I'm always saving jars. I wash them out and put them up just in case I need them. So maybe this one's large enough. We'll see. I'm going to pour the actual buttermilk, because the next time I make cornbread, which will probably be tomorrow, I'm going to use this buttermilk. You don't want to throw it away. You just keep pressing that butter. Alright. Here's my buttermilk, gang. What I didn't lose on my mixer. Look at that. Buttermilk. Okay. Now, you've still got butter down in here. I'm going to put this back on. You know what? I still got some buttermilk left in here. I guess I didn't mash it hard enough, maybe. And the only reason I'm being particular about this part of it is because I want that buttermilk. This is the only time during this process that you can save the buttermilk. From now on, it's a different story. So, alright. I'll put this back on. And I'm going to pour in here about a cup of ice water. Where are you? There you are. You don't want any of the ice in there, but you do want the water. So I'm going to put that in there. Now we start the whole process again, but this time it's different. So, because this is going to splatter everywhere. You want to remove all of the buttermilk from that butter. Because the butter, if you're going to use it right away, you don't have to do this. But if you plan to keep it in the refrigerator and wait a day or two or three to use it, you need to get rid of this for the simple reason that it will get rancid if you don't. It will cause your butter to go bad quickly. I'm going to turn it up a little bit. And we're just beating the rest of the milk out of the butter so it'll be pure. Alright, I'm going to turn it off. And if you can see down in there, which I'll show you, and get the butter out of the whisk attachment again. If you can see, let's see, I got about as much off as I'm going to. That water is still cloudy, and that's what we want to get rid of. We're going to pour this off. This will go into the sink. Because you can't use this. You've watered it down. It is not the type of liquid you want to cook with. Alright, so I squeezed my butter some. I put it back on there, and I'm going to do the same process again. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to cut you off at this point, and when I get to the final time I do this, I'll bring you back so you can see what it looks like. Alright, I'm on my third go round now, rinsing this butter. The water's much clearer, and I'm going to get my little dishcloths in place here, and we're going for the third time around. These dishcloths are just to save you a lot of cleaning up from the splashing. And of course, if I had my guard, I wouldn't have to go this far with it. Although she had hers on there, but she still had to use a dishcloth to keep the splattering from coming out of the guard. So we are cut it off. And you can see, excuse me, it's not totally clear, but it is very, to a point where you don't have to do this anymore. I don't know, I may do it one more time. I'll bring you back. Alright, this is my fourth rinse. And every time you get water down in there, you mash your butter to the side of the bowl, and it'll stick there actually. And then you pour the water out. So let's see how clean this comes, because she only did hers 3 times. And it was a little bit cloudy, but not bad. But isn't this easier? You just let your whisk do the work for you. Alright. Yeah, that did it. That did it. The water is just slightly cloudy, and that's good. It's not totally clear, but it's clear enough that you have removed enough of the buttermilk out of it that this butter, which is what's left, is going to be good for 4 weeks in the refrigerator. And if you think you might want to use it longer out, just freeze it. Alright, let me show you here. She was so concise. Alright, I just don't want to miss any of this butter here. See all that still clinging to the whisk. I want to get that out and down in the bowl, and then I'm going to show you what she did. Alright. Take the bowl off. All my butter's down in there. Scrape the sides and take this butter and push it up against the side of the bowl. You can see that it is going to cling to that bowl, so you're not going to lose any of it while you empty this water. Now you can salt it after you've poured this water off, which I'll do right now. And just keep mashing your butter to make sure that you got all of the water possible out of it. I've still got a little bit more in here, just a tad. Still mashing, just a little bit more. Alright, now guys, I've got butter. Now, when you salt it, if you choose to salt it, you don't have to. Use a good salt like sea salt, which is what this is. Start off with a little. Get it whipped in there. I don't know how much salt I put in there. Maybe 1/4 of a teaspoon. Then I'll just get my container. I had a butter bell. Those are nice. I had a butter bell. And I have searched high and low for that butter bell. I cannot find it. And here's a little bit more water. I'm just going to pour it off before I put it in my container. All right. So here we go. Butter. And you made it yourself. How about that? Let me give it a good taste here. Because you want to know if you put enough salt in it. If you're using salt. If you're not using salt, then it's no problem. You're done. I'm just going to try to smooth it out a little bit. Let me give it a taste. Whoop. Perfect amount of butter. I mean salt. There you go, guys. Homemade butter. The easiest way possible. The website is called A Little Insanity. She's much better at it than I am, but I hope that I have given you some insight as to how to make it. Thank you for coming in today and spending part of your day with me, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time, you all take care.